Hello and welcome to Reality TV Cringe. I am one of your hosts, Zulia, and I'm here with my real tight homegirl, Beatrice.
Hi, everybody.
We're like a day late. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
We had stuff going on.
Mercury's in retrograde.
That's right.
Girl.
And it's a Sagittarius new moon.
Yeah, which
I don't
is
know
crazy.
what that means, though.
It's crazy.
It sounds
energy,
scary.
Yeah.
Scary, bombastic energy.
Yes.
So that's where we are, but we're here and we want to talk to you all about Sister Wives because, of course, we had the third one-on-one Tell Nothing. And while
real.
there was a lot that was regurgitated and reiterated, there was still some good things in there like personality tests.
Girl, and the text chain. There's a little
Yes.
bit spilled there. It was kind of good.
Yeah. So I want to get into all of that, but
Yeah.
before we do, I have to give you a disclaimer. Please hide your wife and hide your kids. We are inappropriate, politically incorrect
Yeah.
raccoons. We say offensive things and we're unapologetic.
Yeah.
And so if you might want to find yourself another dumpster, but if you're down with the raccoons, you're going to love it here.
You are going to love it here. Also, go follow us on Instagram at Reality TV Cringe. And we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Reality TV Cringe, where we're covering a bunch of other bonus shows on there not seen on this pod.
That's right. And if you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like and to comment and to share and to subscribe. Everything you do helps us to grow. And all we want to do is create content for you. So get in there, do your thing, and be a part of the dumpster.
Thank you.
All right. Now, before we get into our breakdown of the Tell Nothing, I understand that somebody called in via SpeakPipe. And by the way, if you want to talk to us, if you want to give us your opinion, we would love to hear it. All you have to do is go to speakpipe.com/Reality TV Cringe. You have 90 seconds to just lay it all out. It's free. And we love to hear from the raccoons.
Yes.
So who called us?
Well, yeah, we got a message from Andy, who's got a little theory about this Sister Wives Tell Nothing, something that was revealed on here.
Okay.
Hello, this is a fellow raccoon, Andy, calling from a dumpster here in Oklahoma. I am just curious your thoughts on the person that told Robyn she and her kids were hated. I have a guess here that it was McKelty. She's so desperate to be loved by her father that she would do just about anything, say just about anything to win favor from him or Robyn, because favor from him is dependent upon Robyn's approval. And I just wanted to know what you all thought about that. I'm new to the dumpster, and I just love you guys so much. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, welcome,
love
Andy.
you.
There's so much space for raccoons in the dumpster.
Yes,
Everybody's
girl.
welcome. You know what? It wasn't until I heard this message that it even occurred to me that it could be McKelty because I was thinking it was Kody and Robyn just didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
But it makes absolute sense that it was probably McKelty and Tony
Yeah.
that were relaying information from the other siblings and maybe even the other wives to Robyn.
I know. Bridge of the family, my ass.
Right.
You're playing both teams. And there was that Without a Crystal Ball video. It was stolen from her Patreon, McKelty's Patreon, where she was talking about how she just denies every bad thing that Kody does because she wants to have a good relationship with him. And she cried about it. And like, I can understand that as a child who wants a relationship with your parent. Like, you want to do anything to make that happen, even if they are toxic. But I don't understand how you can like ignore all of the bad things that he's done and how he's treated your mom, how he's treated your siblings, how he's done all of these things. Like, I don't know.
Much less throw your siblings under the bus.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're okay with Kody's behavior and you're okay ingratiating yourself to both he and Robyn and the McMansion people. If you want to do that, go and do that. But it's quite another to carry bones back to them and tell them that other people have issues with them and make them feel bad about it and make it harder for everybody to have a relationship together.
Right.
That's not helping anything.
No, it's not. And I mean, if she's really using the words like people hate you, I don't think that's accurate. Like, people hated that the family split up. They hated that their dad was always hanging out with this hoe Robyn and hanging out with her kids all the time. Like, that was probably what they were expressing. But if McKelty was the person saying this shit and she was using that word hate, she was just blowing up that fire. She was like, let's
stoking the flames,
that's what I
honey.
I'm like, what?
But I can see where she might be telling Robyn something like, yeah, some of these kids have a real issue with you. Gabe and Garrison feel like you monopolize dad's time, blah, blah, blah. And then Robyn pivots and says, oh, McKelty said that they hate me and they hate my kids and they don't want us to be a part of the family and they voted us off the proverbial island. So I can see her catastrophizing and totally blowing it out of proportion, which we hear in this episode. Christine and I think both Janelle are saying, yeah, it just like got out of control. And I think they used the word, it was insane.
Yeah.
How did we get here? Literally. They just couldn't meet you at 9 p.m. Eastern because they have families. They live on the East Coast.
Right. Get over it.
That's all it is.
Yeah. But they love drama. Robyn loves drama.
And a personality test did confirm that.
Yes, honey.
Well, Andy, thank you for
Thank you.
the call. Again, I didn't even, and I should have thought of that.
I
Because
know,
you know
right?
I don't like me any McKelty. I will always blame McKelty if I can.
Yeah.
Although, you mentioned the Patreon where she was crying, and I actually did see the footage of that. And I think somebody in her chat said something like, are you being naive about your father? And she actually said, yes, I am being naive. And if in effect, and I paraphrase, yes, I am overlooking a lot of things because this is the first time in my life I've ever had an opportunity to have a good relationship with my dad.
Yeah.
And, I'm looking the other way in a lot of ways, but it's because I love my father. And I felt really bad for her in that moment.
Me too. I mean, like, I get it, but at the same time, I don't get it because it's like, how can you not acknowledge the things that he's done wrong? But like, maybe they've talked about it. Who knows? Like, maybe he is trying to be better. Maybe he's in therapy. I don't know.
He ain't in therapy,
No, he's
honey.
not.
He ain't
Like,
trying
that's
to get
the
better.
ideal, right?
There's pictures of him taken like at Target or at some grocery store with a bunch of beer in his cart.
Interesting.
Yeah, and there's people who are saying that his kind of bloated appearance on the Tell Nothings is because potentially steroids and other types of drugs, lip fillers, face fillers, and or alcohol bloat, which I think is interesting.
That is
I'm not here to
interesting.
spread rumors or anything, but
Girl, I could see that if he's like, starting to hate on all women, he's getting in these red pill manosphere bullshit. Like if he starts drinking and having this testosterone rage.
oh my God.
Oh my God.
Downward spiral of
Yeah,
doom.
for real.
Okay, well, it is time now to get into Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 17, the one-on-one part 3. Now, we open up this episode talking again about Coyote Pass and essentially how Meri is so upset because Kody took a long ass time to tell her directly in her face that it was over and he didn't want her and it was never going to work. And of course, we learned last week that the first anniversary that they were back in Flagstaff, which we should probably talk about.
Yeah,
right?
we should.
They were back in Flagstaff. Kody cheersed to new beginnings and definitely gave Meri the impression that they could work on their marriage. So gave her a lot of hope in 2019. And we asked last week, had Meri's house sold by then?
Yeah.
Because that was April of 2019. And if Kody's giving her all this false hope, maybe it's because he wanted her money, because we all know that she used some of the proceeds from the sale of her Vegas house to pay for the down payment on Robyn's house in Flagstaff. And so somebody wrote in, didn't they?
Yeah, let me find it.
Okay.
So Raccoon Stephanie reached out to us on Instagram and she said, okay, you dirty little raccoons, challenge accepted. Meri's Vegas house changed ownership in June of 2019.
You see what I'm saying?
So that's the fucking theory.
That's
we were talking
the theory.
about last
and again,
week.
I heard it from James on My Take on Reality. He's
Yeah.
the one who asked that question, but that is the question to ask.
Yeah.
Which just begs the question, if Kody's willing to string Meri along in 2019 for her money, doesn't it make sense that he would have been stringing her along for years before that, also for her money?
Totally.
And then as soon as he got the money, the sale of the house, and I wonder when Robyn purchased her house. I don't know, but I do know that she used Janelle and Meri's money. Like once he got that money,
he was just like, okay, now I'm done with you.
the very next anniversary that they had, they went on a drive and he's like, I'm not going to court you. I'm not coming for you. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if Robyn put him up to a lot of that. Like, hey, just maybe console her, or like tell her that you love her and you want to work on things so that way we can do X, Y, Z. And then she kept still trying to push it because she knew the optics would look bad if he stopped wanting to pursue her. But at that point, after the house was bought and he got his forever family, he's like, I'm done with this.
Right.
I'm done with the act. I'm
Right.
done with
The
trying to
performance.
pretend
Yep.
like I want to be a husband to Meri Brown. I literally could care less.
Right.
I'm just going to take it into my own hands. Thank you very much, Robyn.
Right. And so that's kind of where we pick up in this episode with Meri. She's like, you should have had the human decency to just tell me what it was when you knew it was like that.
Yeah.
Instead, what you did is you made comments on the show that I had to watch on my own after the fact so that I could deduce how you actually feel for me. And that's humiliating.
Yeah.
That's dehumanizing. You should respect me as a fellow human being, but you can't even do that. But I felt that from her.
Me too. I'm glad that she was finally expressing that. And I'm like, thank you, Meri, for like actually realizing what we've all been seeing for years now. And I think this is where Suki's like, but hasn't he really been telling you though for like the last 10 years, like through his actions? And she's like, well, yeah, looking back, he was, but I had this deep covenant, like in belief in our faith in our marriage that like I didn't want to let go of, which is fair. That's valid. Like there's a lot of criticism of Meri of like how she stayed for so long and how pathetic that is. And it's like, well, no, can we remember that this was a spiritual marriage and a spiritual bond? Like she took it so to heart, like so literally. And she was 19 when she got married to this dude. It's like, okay, well, I can't give up on 30 years of marriage.
Right. And
I
my
feel bad for her.
afterlife.
Yeah.
And my eternal life.
I want my planet next to Kolob.
So speaking of covenant, they kind of have that conversation because Suki and Meri talk about how Kody had this covenant with Robyn. Like if they were ever in a pathetic or pitiful place in their marriage, then both of them would have the courage to walk away. They're not going to stay in something that makes them miserable, which also begs the question, okay, well, if you have a covenant with Robyn like that, why don't you have the same kind of covenant with Meri? And Mary's like, yeah, it wasn't like that for me. And then they go to Kody.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, the covenant doesn't include the dissolution of my soul and of my personality.
Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Word salad, man.
For real.
Like, what are you saying?
It doesn't make any sense. And why would they make a covenant like Robyn and Kody that's so specific of like, if we're ever in a bad place, you don't want me to fake it to be with you. Like that means that Robyn saw that he was faking it with these other marriages.
Good point.
Yeah. And she's like, you need to promise me you're not going to do that shit to me because I don't want to end up like these hags.
Oh my gosh, that's a really good point that I didn't even think about.
I thought about that today on the third rewatch of this. I was like, huh. I wonder why they made that so specific in their covenant, but he couldn't make that with the other wives. It's because she saw that and she made him promise, don't do that to me. Fucked up.
And then they get into the whole conversation about how Kody has changed as a man. We see a bunch of clips of the wives, the various and sundry wives, discussing how he used to be. And of course, it's the OGs who can truly comment on that. It's Janelle, Christine, and Meri. And all of them say he used to be a fun-loving, curious, life of the party kind of a person. We remember him being the priest of his family, conducting church, seemingly really into having this kind of family and wanting to thrive in the structure of that family. But something's changed. And Janelle's like, yeah, I really don't know. He's become a mean person. They show the flashback of their Christmas fight. And she says, I don't even know who that guy is. And
it's sad.
It is sad. Christine agrees. Meri also agrees. And then Suki asks Meri, but are you concerned about him? Like, this is kind of a big departure. All of a sudden, he's an evil demon. Like, he used to be a nice ray of sunshine. And she's like, not anymore.
I don't give a fuck.
It is not my business to be concerned about his inner fucking world, about his thoughts and his feelings. I'm a single woman, single ladies, all the single ladies. And I have to concern myself with my new chapter. So, no, I'm not concerned.
I Love it.
We love it
And
when Meri
Suki's
talks
just like,
like
well, why
that.
would you say that? Like, don't you want him to be happy? And she's like, well, yeah, I do. But like, he literally told me he doesn't want to insert his life or insert himself into my life. So why should I give a shit
Right.
about his happiness? Like, if he wants to be miserable, he could be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, maybe you are miserable, Kody, because you realized, oh shit, my whole entire family is fucking gone and they hate me.
Mm-hmm.
But he's blaming everybody and the wives. So that's how he copes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got his new family. So it's fine.
Yeah, and then they get into the conversation about Kody sabotaging his relationship with Robyn because Robyn does also agree with the other wives. Like, yeah, Kody has changed. It is affecting our relationship. Suki asks how, and she's like, oh, so many ways. Like, and Suki's like, okay, like, but how? And she can think of one thing, and that's the arguments. Like, he picks fights
That's it.
with her. So what did you think about that?
I don't know if I believe her. Like,
Really?
I mean, I think that he's probably an angry person at home, but like, I don't know if their relationship per se is suffering because of all of it. I think like it was all a huge plan. Like maybe Robyn was upset at him for how he handled it because she's like, come on, I had this whole master plan of how this was going to go. You were supposed to keep all of these women strung along so we could have their income and we could keep our house. And now we got to figure out what we got to do. Like they don't have jobs.
I know.
They're not making any money.
Again, I read somewhere that he lost his license to sell firearms
Like,
or to
what are
go
they
to gun
doing?
shows. I don't know. He was always forever like unemployed or like
Yeah.
doing some weird sales job or like cobbling together some kind of a career. Like Sister Wives is all he does.
Yeah.
It's all she does as well.
What is he going to do when it's gone?
I literally don't know.
I can't wait for the bankruptcy. I don't wish that because that's bad karma.
Yeah, we don't want that to blow back on the
But
fam.
I'm just like waiting for
Right.
something.
They're
happen.
going to have to make some kind of an adjustment.
Yeah.
Like they can't continue.
Yeah.
Maybe they can. Maybe they can continue to pay like a $900,000 mortgage. Although, again, we hear they borrowed against their equity. So who knows what the payment is now. Maybe they can continue to do that. Maybe they have a lot of assets that they've siphoned away from the other wives.
Girl.
But at some point, they're going to have to downsize. Honey.
It's going to run out. The money's going to run out unless like one of these wives is still paying into it, like Janelle.
Janelle is not paying into it.
She's
Let
still
me
in
catch her
Flagstaff.
paying into it. I
Girl,
will
if
beat her
she
damn
still
ass.
is, I swear.
But I swear to God, Meri has been paying into it until 2022 when he told her there's absolutely no chance. I honestly believe, and she's implied it in these conversations, that she was contributing her fair share the entire time. Now, I don't know if that includes LuLaRoe profits.
God,
It
hope
could just
not.
be her portion of the TLC Sister Wives money, which I don't know how much that is. But I think she's been paying all the way up till 2022. So that stops. Janelle stops. Christine is gone.
Yeah.
It's just them and their TLC money and their new fucking Dabsark LLC.
I know. They're going to have to sell some of that artwork. Those investments.
The Dickensian village, but it's Christmas time. In Flagstaff, I can't sell my Dickensian village. Well, you better, bitch.
Gonna have
How are you
to.
going to afford this lifestyle to which you have become accustomed?
For real.
Wow.
Ooh, I can't wait to see it.
I know, but like if they weren't such lying pieces of shit, I'd feel bad for them.
I know.
But at every turn, Kody is pontificating onward, trying to sound like such an intelligent person, but sounding so dumb and obtuse. And then there's Robyn, who's bold-faced, lying to our raccoon faces.
Yes.
There is footage of you taking that personality test, girl. You were with Nancy, the therapist. All of you took the personality test.
Yeah,
How come
bitch.
all of a sudden you're saying you didn't take it?
Come on.
Do
And
you
you're
think we
saying,
didn't
I don't
see it?
recall. Yeah, I think she caught herself and then she's watching this footage and she's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I fucked up. Yeah, you did. We saw the footage. There's literally screen grabs. You
I
guys
know,
can
everywhere.
go on at the from the fryer on Instagram. They've got screen grabs on it. It's from earlier seasons when they were doing family counseling. There's shit on Reddit. Like people have already sleuthed all this stuff. Robyn's a bold fucking face liar.
I know.
And so many people are commenting like on our Patreon and on Reddit and everything. They're like, man, I used to be pro Robyn. Like from the
What?
beginning. I know, I don't get it.
Oh,
But like
okay.
from the beginning, people used to be pro Robyn. And then because of this tell-all with her lying about this personality test and seeing on the screen grabs, people are now finally being like, whoa, She's a liar.
It's dastardly.
Yeah.
What she is doing.
Yeah.
But again, the intelligence isn't there to pull this shit off.
No.
She doesn't know how to do it. And so she caught herself in the moment. And then she tried to say, well, somebody else must have filled out the test because, Christine doesn't even know me.
Yeah, okay.
Implying it was Christine who filled out the test on her behalf. When again, this whole thing, I think it was season 6. It was filmed at the therapist's office. So she's crazy to me.
Absolutely
crazy. How crazy are you, lady?
Yeah.
All right. Then we get into it. I want to hear your feedback. Kody claiming that he was equitable with his time with his kids and other wives, and that everybody is lying about it.
Unfucking believable to me that he can even say that with a straight fucking face.
Does he believe it? Is he
does
he believe his own shit?
Maybe he does, because when he would go over to Christine's house at 6 p.m. and stay there until 9 and then go back to Robyn's house or whatever, like that was him checkboxing, time. Like, oh, I was here. I was equitable with my time, even though we have footage of the wives being like, I haven't seen him in weeks. Like, he's always at Robyn's house. Like, even in the cul-de-sac, he's always at Robyn's house. Like, come on,
Well,
dude.
she had an office for me.
Okay.
Well, Meri had nobody living in her house.
Yeah.
You could have definitely gone to Meri's house.
Yeah.
Such a liar.
Unbelievable.
But this is the section in which he kind of pivots from saying that he spent his time equitable. He never actually susses that out and proves it. But instead he says that he just got so sick and tired of everybody blaming Robyn because they blamed Robyn for the non-equitable distribution of time. It wasn't her fault. He said one of his children even blamed Robyn, and he got so mad, and also mad at the public, mad at the raccoons, bitches. He's mad at these raccoons in this dumpster, and he wants to punch them in the mouth.
I know. Like,
he wants to punch anybody who criticizes her in the mouth. And so I can understand if you want to punch a raccoon, because we're out here just making trouble.
Yeah.
We don't give a fucking shit. I
Try
get it.
me.
But it kind of feels to me a little bit like you're talking about Gabe and Garrison. You might be talking about your sons, the ones who called out your wife, actually called her on the telephone and said, hey, how come this is happening? Why are you doing this to us?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like a physical threat.
Totally. Yeah. He probably does want to fucking fight his sons and fight anybody who talks shit about Robyn, because God forbid she can ever be at fault for any of this. And like, maybe Kody genuinely thinks that she's done nothing wrong. Like, maybe he genuinely believes her siren song, which was, she came in here cap in hand and she just wanted to love everybody. Why don't you love me and my kids? I don't understand why you hate us. It's just so hurtful. Like, he probably believed that. And so, yeah, he thinks that being defensive and protective over Robyn is like a good thing to do as her husband. But it's like, dude, I don't understand how you can't see this.
Right.
I don't understand how you're so fucking blind, because after watching all of these tell-alls, I'm like, you guys actually believe your lies. Like, you do not see reality that like everybody else sees it. You believe your bullshit. There's no convincing you. Even if you watch all the footage, you're going to believe your own crap.
Right.
And so there's really no talking to them. So it's like, I understand why they're doing these one-on-ones.
Right.
There's no way the OG wives can defend themselves over anything that they say, because they're just bold-faced liars.
Well, I think they'd have a better chance to do that if they were all in the room together and they could call him on it as he's saying it. But that's moot because they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But like, this kind of harkens back to previous conversations that we have had, in which I personally, I come from a childhood of like abuse, physical abuse. I had a very toxic, malignant narcissist of a father who was also violent. And I'm not saying that Kody is. I am saying, though, that I think it was Gwen who said that Kody used to throw her up in the air to scare her when she was misbehaving. And it was also Peyton who said that Kody popped him in the mouth. So was physical. And the kids also said they were spanked, which I'm not going to judge that, although I really never spanked my kid or anything. But he was physical and he was harsh when they were young. And this is maybe why Mykelti is saying, well, now I have an opportunity to know this father in a different way that I never had before. So fuck yeah, I'm going to take it. But for you to say that you're going to punch somebody in the mouth, or that it makes you want to do that, it just makes me think about what you're actually saying and doing to your family. I worry about that a little bit.
Yeah, I worry about it too, because of everything that we've seen, even like on film him freaking the fuck out at the wives outside on the patio, him freaking the fuck out at Janelle. It's like, dude, that's really concerning behavior. It's really fucking toxic and it's abusive. Like, what are you doing at home?
Right.
We don't know.
Last year with Sukanya in the tell-all, he was like leaning forward in his chair, getting in her face. And I'm like, dude, lower the testosterone, lower the roids, because you're coming pretty hard at this docile interviewer.
Yeah.
But he doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't. He just kind of brushes it off and just says like, oh, well, the devil was in me.
Right. I might as well be the devil that they think I am. You little small Napoleonic asshole. And he's at that point in his life where he still thinks he's a fucking big deal and a big dick wagging around. But your sons could take you so easily.
Oh, totally.
Okay. And I'm only saying this to say that Kody, he's a small little man who wears fancy shoes and ties his fucking hair up with hair bands. And he's very concerned about his image. But I don't think he can go toe-to-toe with Hunter. I don't think he can go toe-to-toe with Peyton, who looks like he's 6'3". I don't think he can do all the shit that he says that he can do.
No way. He's all fucking talk because he wants to be portrayed as this big fucking man. That's all it is for him.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. And I hope that that's not the case. I do think he is verbally abusive. I think we see it on the television show. It is a leap to go from verbal to physical, but it's, something that I am concerned about. And I'm not the only one.
No.
So I'm just going to say that.
Yep.
Moving on. Now let's dive into the personality test, because at some point, Christine starts talking about the time when they all took personality tests. Now, of course, I didn't watch the early seasons.
Me neither.
We're doing rewinds in the off season. And so we're going to get there because I think it's in season 6.
Sweet.
But she talks about them all taking the test. I think Janelle was somebody who was like faithful and true and steady.
Which tracks. Yeah.
And Janelle says, on my best days, that's what I am. I think in the screenshots that we're seeing online, Christine was deemed kind of a romantic, and
which
somebody
makes sense.
who like fantasized about having a romantic life. Mm-hmm. I don't know what Meri was typed as, but Robyn was typed as a drama queen. Somebody who likes to talk drama, gossip, and also somebody who likes to listen to gossip. She is actually seen. She feels visible when she's in the center of a bunch of drama.
Oh, I love that. And apparently because Christine commented on the fact that Robyn was dramatic, that offended her and this caused like a conflict between them. But Christine says, we talked about it and everything was like fine. But then it would get brought up again. It's like she still has these grudges in the family because of these little things that happened. And then when Robyn's questioned about this personality test, she's like, I don't recall. I don't remember.
That I didn't take a test. First, she says she didn't take it.
Yep.
Then Suki says, really? Because all the other wives are saying that there was a test. And she's like, oh, well, maybe I did. And then she ends up with, well, somebody else took that test for me. And she's blaming Christine because then she says, Christine doesn't know who I am. We're not close.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane to even say something like that. Like, why would anybody want to take a personality test for you?
Right.
Like, nobody fucking cares. You took it. And then you have the footage now that's being shown all over the internet that you guys took these personality tests and then went over the results with your family counselor on film. And you're going to try and lie and say somebody took it for you.
Like, why is it so hard? Honestly, why is it so hard to say, I did take a personality test. I did have a dramalicious personality, and I think I can really see myself in some of these situations where I could have done something differently. I didn't need to involve myself in every conversation between Meri and Cody, but there I am at Coyote Pass inserting myself and crying. Like, I see how I am like that, and I see where I can do some work. Is that so hard?
Yeah, it's hard for narcissists. It's hard for people who are so stuck in their fucking ego that they can't see that they do anything wrong. Like, that's why Robyn and Cody are perfect for each other, because they're both like so stuck in their bullshit. Like, they really think that they're good fucking people and that they didn't do anything wrong. They think that we're so fucking stupid that we can believe their dumbass lies on these tell-alls. Like, they really think that.
I know.
Robyn's saying this shit. I'm like, really, bitch? 18 seasons and you're going to act like you don't remember, like, you could have at least said you don't remember the personality test, like Meri did. Meri's like, I don't really remember. I mean, if we took personality tests, we took them, like, whatever.
Well, she said, I remember thinking it was accurate,
Yeah,
but
but
I don't
that's
remember
it.
what my type was.
And she doesn't remember what anybody else's was, but
Right.
she's like, I don't really remember much of it. That's all Robyn had to say.
Right.
If she wanted to lie about it, she could have just said she doesn't remember.
Right.
She couldn't even do that.
Because so did Suki say in that moment, I'm trying to remember, did Suki say in that moment that you took a personality test and it said you're a dramalicious drama whore?
Yeah.
She said that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because then later Robyn cries and
Yeah.
she's like, I'm not being dramatic, Christine.
Thanks, Christine.
Okay, but yes, you are,
You
though.
are.
Objectively, yes, you are.
Ugh.
Then we get into the conversation where Christine says that she does not trust Robyn because you can't trust somebody who says one thing and then does something totally opposite. And
Yeah.
Christine will not be her friend, will never be her friend. But at the same time, which I thought was really solid, she's like, but I don't blame her for everything.
Yeah.
In fact, the buck stops with Kody. I'm adding that in. The buck stops with Kody. And Janelle has said this throughout the season. Like, it was his spiritual duty to rise above whatever feelings he had for Robyn because he loved her the most and wanted to be with her the most. Okay, that's cool. But now do your spiritual work and find a way to give all of your family the same amount of love.
Yep.
That buck stops with Kody.
Yes, of course. And that's what everybody in this family has been saying. Yet all Kody and Robyn hear is that it's just Robyn's fault, which is crazy, like actually delusional. And because Kody doesn't want to take responsibility, he doesn't want to acknowledge that his wife had any part to play in any of this. So it's everybody else's fault. So I liked that Christine and like Janelle have been saying this all season, like, the responsibility is Kody's. He's the fucking father. He wants to be the patriarch so bad. Okay, well then you got to take the responsibility on with the family. Oh, but you're Atlas and you shrugged the world off your shoulders, right? So therefore it's no longer your responsibility. So it's just so fucking warped and so messed up and so frustrating to watch because it's like we all see it for what it is. And Kody and Robyn are just still on their bullshit. And we got one more tell-all after this.
I mean,
Girl.
we're gonna meet David.
I
And
know,
I mean,
oh my
okay, his eyes are so beautiful. I don't care. Like, what more is there to be said? But then again, in each tell-all, there's been just a little bit
Little
of this, a
nuggets.
little bit of he melted my ring down, honey, and a little bit of that. For example, Robyn knew
Yeah.
about the catfish because she had her friend Kendra all up in the middle of that. We're about to get it. We're about to get to that,
Girl.
which we all kind of knew because there were rumors and we've been talking about it on the internet. But this is the first time anybody has confirmed that Robyn had a friend that involved herself in this mess. But before we get to that, we talk with Meri about her relationship with Robyn. Where is it at? How does she feel about that? And this is where she says, it's not the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to say that it is, but it's not. And that's because now she's friends with my ex-husband's wife. And that's a different deal.
Yeah. And for her to say, like, I'm having to deal with that and deal with all the emotions that come with that, I'm like, thank you, Meri, for like trying to be more honest and be a little bit more open about your feelings, because that would be a really difficult place to be in, especially as Meri, who was the first wife. She's given up so much. She gave up her legal marriage for this bitch. She was best friends with this bitch. And now she's the only one left with Kody after everything. And Meri's been the one that's been probably the most humiliated in terms of like Kody
100%.
just going back and forth with her and then saying the most heinous, awful shit on national TV for her to not even see until after it's already filmed and published on air.
Say it to my face, man.
Like, I don't even know how Meri even can look at Robyn after all this. Because if it was me, I'd be like, you're dead to me. You're dead to me.
100%.
Girl.
She'd be dead to me. This is where Meri also says that she doesn't consider Robyn or any of the other women sister wives because to be a sister wife, you have to be married to the same man. And now Meri is a single lady. And then she kind of gets into the conversation about who she trusts, who has her back. And she's like, Jen in Parowan has my back. I'm a lot less lonely in Parowan than I was in Flagstaff and my haunted house in the trees alone where nobody visited me at all. Crying in my bedroom
With my bathtub.
my backyard next to the fire, just crying. I mean, it was probably so isolating and terrible
Totally.
for her. She's like, I'm way happier in Parowan. I'm with my friend Jen. She's got my back. And Suki goes, well, doesn't Robyn have your back?
And Meri, I can't even remember what
Meri
she said.
says, yes, Robyn has my back. However,
Yeah, it's different.
trust has previously been broken. We are building back up to that. And this is where we get into the catfish. Take it away.
Yes. It's revealed that the reason why Meri doesn't trust Robyn is because Robyn's friend Kendra was friends with the catfish that Meri was talking to.
Right.
And then somehow like all of this information was getting funneled everywhere. Now this is where I got a little lost.
Okay, well let me take this home for you, okay?
Yeah.
So Robyn had a friend, right? Her name was Kendra, although they didn't say her name, but we all know on the internet, the Raccoons know her name was Kendra. Kendra was in communication with the catfish, who was a woman. I think her name was Jackie.
No.
Something. I forget what her name is. And the catfish was talking to Kendra, relaying information about what the catfish and Meri were doing. Kendra was taking those bones back to Kody and Robyn and giving them a bunch of misinformation. For example, that Meri and the catfish were being physical together when in fact Meri had never even physically met the Sam person.
Right.
Now she physically met the catfish woman, because I think they met up in Disneyland, and she was the best friend of Sam, who was the name of the catfish. And so that chick met up with Meri, and it was super terrible and very toxic.
Whoa.
But so Robyn's friend was right in the middle of all of that. And so the theory is that Robyn knew about the catfish. Robyn knew Meri was getting catfished. Robyn was maybe instigating some of the things that were happening with the catfish situation. And once all of that came out, that Robyn had a friend that was in the middle of it, that is what broke the trust with Meri.
Oh God. I see, like I totally glossed over it. Like every time I watched it today, I don't know why, like that part I'm just like,
Really? That's the most interesting part
I know,
to me, Beatrice.
Well, like I never watched any of those seasons. So like with the whole catfish stuff, like I only hear from the stuff online, like all the shit from Reddit and everything.
okay.
But like, how fucked up would it be to have your best friend as a sister wife, like knowing all of this shit that's going on with the catfish, having a friend that's involved in all of it, and then like talking about this information with Kody? Like, how fucking humiliating. This is why we don't react to like the Meri Brown voice messages or anything from the catfish, because this whole situation had been so fucking traumatic for Meri and just so fucking embarrassing.
Right.
And just terrible. And like all of it was driven from this like deep need for Meri to like have some kind of companionship and some kind of love and some kind of friendship. Like that's where it's all rooted there. Like we can make fun of Meri all we want, but like she was a really fucking sad, lonely ass person with a husband who didn't give a shit about her.
Melted down her wedding band
melted down
years
her wedding
before
band.
that even happened.
And divorced her legally and like never saw her. They probably hadn't had sex in years.
Forever.
I just feel so fucking bad.
Yeah, I feel bad as well. And it's really dark when
Yeah.
you think about how Robyn might have been involved. Of course, now we bop on over to Robyn and she's like, no, there was no problem with trust between Meri and I. I mean, I was telling her absolutely everything that I was hearing from my friend. I was being very honest with her. And I also told my friend, like, I don't believe you and I don't want you to tell me anything anymore.
I don't
I'm
believe
just
her.
like, I don't believe anything.
fucking
Robyn, I don't believe
second.
anything you're fucking saying. You sound like
Two-faced.
such an awful, evil person.
Yep.
Because truly, I say, verily I say unto you, I agree with you 100%. Poor Meri. When you think that she was sitting in her Vegas house, falling in love with this hot guy. I don't know if you ever saw a picture of Sam.
No, I didn't.
I mean, Meri, you should have known that was a catfish, honey. He was a tall, dark, and handsome, model-looking guy. And she thought she was falling in love. She was losing weight. That was the season I picked up with Sister Wives.
Really?
So I remember that. I remember she said she had H. pylori, and so I lost a lot of weight. No, girl, you're in love. You're getting
my
skinny because you're in
God.
love. You're going to meet your man. But she's falling in love with somebody that she thinks actually cares about her. And then to think that Robyn and Kendra and Kody and that Jackie chick are behind the scenes just working her. The depth of humiliation. And of course, a lot of us always say, like, Meri, why didn't you just admit it?
Right.
Why didn't you just say what it was? Well, because she's fucking embarrassed.
Yeah.
because
Deeply.
she's pitiful and pathetic, and she knows it, and now everybody else knows it, which is why she got mad when the story about the ring came out, because she's pitiful, she's pathetic, and she's been this way a long time.
Good point.
Yeah, I feel
Really
bad.
good point. I feel really bad for Meri. I hope to God, put it on the vision board, that she comes out with a tell-all book and she spills some shit.
Jesus, hear
Oh
our
my
prayers.
God, that'd be so great.
I will buy that book.
Yes.
I will sing. I will compose a song to that book.
Like Mariah
I
Plath.
will dance. Yes, I will dance. You will twerk. We will be so about that book.
Yes.
We will be reading that book.
100%.
I mean, I want her to, but I don't want to repeat myself every week. I want her to just tell the truth. Don't
Please.
fucking worthy it up. Just tell the dark, gritty truth, because we already know. And the thing is we've been knowing.
Yes.
And now in the last couple of seasons, it's being revealed that which we had a hunch around was actually true. So just tell the truth.
Please.
Tell the truth. Okay, moving on. We got to get to the gift exchange. I don't want to go too long on this, but we got to talk about this gift exchange.
This gift exchange.
So what did you think about the various conversations around that?
Well, like, I love that Janelle is just like, my kids were hella chill about this. Like, Robyn wanted to do this stupid fucking Zoom call. The kids were just like, it's 9 p.m. Eastern over here. Can we do it a different day? I can't believe that Robyn's kids were like just immediately blowing up and being like, well, you guys hate us and we don't feel safe to be here anymore and be in this gift exchange. Like, I can't believe that all of this shit just blew up over a fucking Zoom call. But that just goes to show that this family never talked about fucking anything, like absolutely anything. They never dealt with merging the family. Like, this is revealed where Janelle's like, we never really talked to our kids about like how they felt with a new wife coming into the family, new kids coming into the family. We just told them to sit down and shut up and accept it. Like, nobody dealt with anything in this family for 10 years. So you have all this pent up bullshit. Meanwhile, Robyn's kids are getting fed all of this drama crap from Robyn and probably Mykelti, saying that all the kids in the family hate them. Like, they're fueled by this. The kids are fueled by their father's neglect.
Right.
It's just like so wild. I wish we could get a full transcript of this whole ass text
exchange. Oh my gosh, that would be great.
That'd be amazing.
So it sounds to me like they were trying to coordinate the gift exchange. Robyn inserted herself, which I think is interesting because Christine didn't insert herself.
Nope.
Meri didn't insert herself, and neither did Janelle.
Nope.
Robyn was the one to insert herself and say, hey, I think we should all talk about this on a video chat because my kids don't even know who the fuck y'all are.
Which is crazy.
Which is rude and passive aggressive.
Yep.
But she tries to coordinate this. Then you've got the East Coast kids being like, I got a family. It's 9 p.m. I can't do it. Like, it's going to be hard to get us all together and coordinated. And then Robyn just flips right there.
Right there.
And this is what Janelle calls insane. It was insane. And Suki's like, was it Robyn? And she's like, yeah, it was Robyn. So it's not like it was Kody, because again, he was hanging back. It's not like it was the kids. It was Robyn who just immediately said, oh, forget it. I'm taking myself out of the equation. Nothing I do is ever right. I've never been accepted in this family. So she turned a scheduling conflict into, you guys have always hated me. And then her kids bounced on and says, yeah, and you guys don't like us. And we don't even want to be a part of this family anymore. We don't even want to have our own families, which is what so Robyn says.
Yeah.
Because of this family and how this has worked out. When all they said, it sounds like, is it's a scheduling conflict. We really want to do this gift exchange, not with your ass, Robyn, because you're not a kid. Get off the fucking chat.
Right.
And then it started to spiral from there. And it sounds like there were like little emojis that were put on some of the texts that the kids were making. And maybe Robyn, maybe they were laughing emojis. Maybe there were this emoji. Maybe it was a this emoji. Or maybe it was a barf emoji. But it sounds like they did something that Robyn thinks was dismissive of all of their feelings because we're empaths. So don't do us really feel. And the kids are just like, suck my dick already. I hate you. And it spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
And it got really crazy. Then they go over to Robyn and she's talking about it. And this is where she drops the bomb. Well, we had been told, though, that they hate us. And my kids have been told that the kids and everybody else hate them. So I think that was her justification.
Yep.
I feel like she rehearsed this.
Totally.
I feel like she knew she had her ass out in that group chat, so she had to come up with an excuse.
Yep.
And the excuse was, well, we had been told they hate us, and so yeah, I mean, I had a reaction because they hate me.
God, unbelievable. As a grown-ass woman reacting like this to these children. Like, and she only really validates like her own kids expressing their feelings, but doesn't really validate any of the other kids expressing their feelings. And that's what really fucking bothers me. I'm like, you're supposed to be this mom that wanted to blend in with the family. Like, why didn't you give a shit about all of these other kids expressing themselves and like how they felt? Like, we saw when we were doing our reruns of season 1 through 3, we saw all of those kids be fucking traumatized by having to move to Las Vegas in 2 whole days with no notice and being devastated that they didn't get to live in this Lehigh house anymore.
Hunter and his unspeakable depression.
So depressed as a 14-year-old kid. And like, of course he's moody. Of course he's like taking it out on everybody because he's fucking sad. And then some of the little kids, I think it was Peyton, that was like super crying when they announced that they were moving. Like, to take all of that personally as a grown-ass woman is just mind-boggling to me.
It's bitch made.
Yep.
She's a bitch made bitch.
Drama.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then I guess they come at some point into the chat and say, well, we've decided we're going to do our own gift exchange and our own holidays with our dad. And our dad's going to... And Janelle's like, our dad? You mean all the kids' dad?
Yeah.
That's not just your dad. That's the father to all the children, to my children as well. But like they claim ownership over Kody. And you know what? He lets him.
Yep.
And you know what? He didn't go to their Airbnb for Christmas.
Nope.
And you know what? That's probably why he bought them a bunch of motorbikes and a bunch of fucking thousands of dollars worth of Christmas presents, but didn't call Savannah and didn't talk to any of his other kids.
Nope. And didn't go to Isabel's scoliosis surgery. Like, didn't show up for
Didn't pay for it either.
Of them. Yeah, no.
With all their fucking money.
Well, they're fucking poor. They don't got any money. Their moms are the ones that are
I'm
working.
talking about Kody didn't pay for his own daughter's surgery.
Because they're poor.
All the shit in their house and what's that worth? And all the money that they're making and they're siphoning and all the shit all the equity that they
from
got
the money from their moms.
You can't pay $50,000 for your own kid. You don't give a shit. That's the thing. You don't give a shit. And so when Isabel, I'm going crazy.
I know.
When Isabel comes over for Christmas and Cody's talking about there seems to be a bit of a wall up. Yes, bitch. You didn't go with her to her surgery.
Ugh,
you are neglecting your children. You fucking turd burglar.
Seriously.
Let me just calm down a second because I'm getting crazy.
I know. It makes me so mad.
Why is this a mystery to you,
really?
Robyn? Because you continue to say, I'm so confused. Well, I need an explanation as to why my family has been destroyed. Here's your mirror, and that's your explanation.
Yes, ma'am. That's all it needs to be.
Okay, we're about to wind down. We hear Christine say that at this time, for obvious reasons, she is not willing to fix the situation.
Yeah.
Because of the outlandish and insane things that Kody and Robyn are saying. So they're obviously crazy. And so why would I want to fix something with other people who are just out to totally damage and harm me? Absolutely not. I don't trust them. I'm not going to fix it.
Yeah, I don't fucking blame you.
No.
I wouldn't want to deal with them either.
No.
Ever.
No.
Again.
She is sick of their asses.
Yep.
And last but not least, on a lighter note, we get into the subject of David.
This was kind of sweet. I mean, kind of cringe.
I don't care.
A bit
Cringe. I don't
cringe.
really care that much.
Because Christine talks about David, the love of my life.
I saw his eyes and I thought to myself, I want those eyes to look at me with love for the rest of my life.
It's like, look, I'm happy for you, Christine.
Yikes.
But it's like so cringy. And I'm like, this is the first guy that you've been with after Kody. Like, I know you were casually dating and stuff.
Hey.
But like,
it works.
I guess.
She's
maybe
a traditional type of a person.
Yeah.
She's a romantic person.
Do you think he bangs her back out?
I mean, I hope so.
You think he eats the box?
I fucking hope so. She deserves to have her box eat the box. She deserves all of it.
Yes.
The sensuality, the affirmations, the acts of service. She deserves everything and more. And it seems and feels like David wants to give that to her.
I hope so. I'm kind of excited a little bit to see more of him next episode. Like, I thought we were going to hear from him this episode, and it was just a fucking preview.
Right.
So we had to have all these recaps and like scenes we've already seen. So next episode, it'll be interesting.
Well, it was kind of cute to hear their origin story.
I guess.
I guess Christine was just looking to casually date, although she hired a matchmaker.
Yeah.
And was on all of the online dating sites. So whatever, honey, you wanted to put yourself out there. But she was looking to date. She went on the first date. He did everything right, said all the right things. And she's like, can this possibly be true? I mean, do people like this exist?
Yeah. I mean, they do.
They do. They continued to have dates. It was the fourth date where he invited her to his family's home for somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
And he at some point like pulled her chair over to him and she put her head on his chest and it was as if her heart beat for the first time. And Suki's like, did you feel it from like the head to your toes? You know, girls know the butterflies and the tingles. And Christina's like, yes. Oh my God, yes, I did. She is really cute.
Yes, she's very cute. She's in love.
She's all in, honey.
Yes. And I mean, who am I to fucking talk? Like, your daughter and I
know
got married.
When we talk about it, when you start talking about how you met and dated, you're getting pink right now. It's a special story.
It is. It's special. And we got together really fucking quick. So like, I can't judge Christine for how quick this is. It's just, I just can't help but cringe just a little bit.
Well, my thinking is that she could have probably been more selective. She could have probably spent more time just sampling the wares, the flavors of ice cream, as Tony said so eloquently. She could have spent some time to really see what kind of men are out there. But at the same time, hey, if you know, I met my husband at the end of January 2012, honey. I was married to that man by August 2012.
See?
And we've been together for... I can't do math. 12 years. 12 years. Yeah. We've been together a really long time and he's the one. So it can happen.
Yeah, it does.
And so that was kind of cute.
Yeah.
All right. Now we get to the preview. In the preview, we see Janelle saying that Christine didn't know what it's like to be loved like this. So Janelle is seeing it with her own two eyes, seeing how Christine is just so happy.
Yeah.
We also hear Christine saying that Robyn doesn't have a desire to be in plural marriage. Kody calls Christine a shit sister wife because she doesn't know Robyn at all.
Okay,
so we're going to do that again. Like, we already know how you feel about that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Robyn's going to be hesitating when asked if she can be happy with just Kody. She's going to pretend the answer is no, but of course it's yes. We're going to meet David. We're going to have a sit down on the couch. And this is where we hear Kody also say that Christine has to destroy his character because for David's sake, he can't think that Christine would leave a good man.
Okay.
Because if Christine can leave a good man, that means Christine can leave him.
This is why he's fucking delusional.
This is why
because he thinks he's a good man.
You are a crazy person.
I mean, you are absolutely fucking insane. Like, he gets so close, like in these tell-alls where he's like talking about how he didn't manage his family properly. He gets there.
Right. Almost.
And then he pulls it back and blames everybody else and calls Christine a shit sister wife and then says that bullshit. Oh, David can't be with her if she left a good man.
Right.
So she has to talk shit. So you think you're a good man?
Right, he does.
You think you're a man of integrity after how you've treated your whole entire family the last few years? Like how you've treated Meri the last decade? Like, I don't understand.
He's doing damage control because he knows the other wives and the kids are speaking out against him. He calls it trash talking and demonization and vilifying. So he's trying to discredit everything they're saying because they have to tear him down in order to justify what it is that they're doing. He just cannot take an ounce of accountability.
Ugh,
he is
so
a veritable toddler in terms of his emotional maturity.
100%.
Gaga, go, go,
And
Kody
we do
Brown.
not prefer him.
No, we do not, pamper boy. All right. Well, was I too crazy?
No.
I mean, I'm at like my limit for the season of the horse shit.
Yep.
And I look forward to new storylines, new relationships, new people in hopefully future seasons of Sister Wives. But I'm tired of the lies.
Yes. That's what I'm tired of too. And we have another fucking tell-all. And then we've got a look back. We've got
I don't need to look back.
2 other things. Like we got 2 more installments, and then we got the wedding special. Like we're going into January with this
I think
shit.
we have 4 installments. We have a look back. We have a talk back.
What's that?
We have a where are they now? And there's like 4 weird things.
Wow.
I think it's going to be on the 22nd of December, the 24th of December, and the 29th. There's going to be 3. We are going to have to recap it. But by the way,
Yeah.
Christmas week, we're off.
Yeah. We're hanging out.
Honey,
we're partying.
We have stuff to do. We've got presents.
Yes.
Cocktails.
Yeah. And food and pies.
Festivities.
Yeah.
So we're going to be gone the week of Christmas. But when we come back, we will recap generally all the stuff that they talked about. I'm not going to do forensic investigation.
We'd be here for hours.
Dateline fucking NBC on polygamy. It's just going to be like 45 minutes of this is what these clowns are doing now.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. And then we have Christine's stuff. Christine's wedding special.
Good Lord. Are we going to get a season 19? I'm like, they're doing all of this extra shit.
They're filming it.
Well,
they're filming it.
We'll see how it goes, I guess.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
By the way, Beatrice and I have also decided that we are going to be adventurous raccoons.
Yeah.
And we're going to venture into the Bravo universe at the end of January
The
because
Bravo
you know
dumpsters.
it's coming out, right?
Girl, Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules.
I've never seen that shit, so you're going to have to catch me up on some of the
Which is
lore.
shocking to me.
Well, you know, I never ventured into the Bravo stuff. I've always been like a TLC whore.
Right.
So that's been my game.
I am historically a Bravo storian.
Yeah.
I've been all up in it. I used to watch it with
Housewives.
my mom. I used to watch it with my daughter, your wife.
Yep.
Like I'm all about it. I've watched every single season of Vanderpump. So maybe we'll have like a preliminary episode before it airs where we can meet all the characters, go into their sun signs, moon signs, rising signs. Maybe make a couple of predictions about what's going to happen. And then let's cover that. That's something new. Some new vibes.
Excited. I
New
need some new
vibes.
trash, girl.
Yeah, me too.
New year, new vibes.
I'm excited about it. Okay, well, this was fun. Now,
Yeah.
is there anything else that we need to say to these beautiful Beatrice?
Well, if you love our podcast, I sure hope that you go onto your favorite podcast platform and give us a glowing 5-star review. It really helps us grow the pod, so thank you so much.
Yes, and let me just add an editorial piece here because it's been a while since we've had a 5-star review.
Yeah.
And personally, that hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
Because let me just say, it hurts my feelings because I feel like we work really hard.
We do.
And every single time we talk to you, we say, please, from the bottom of our hearts,
We're
cap in hand,
begging.
we are break dancing with our pussies as hard as we can. And we say, please, can you just leave us a 5-star review? It really helps people to find us in the dumpster. And I'm just like, why haven't you done it
Yeah,
yet?
it
Can you
takes
drop
2
down in the
seconds,
comments
please?
and tell us why you haven't done it
Why
yet?
do you hate us?
And also, when you're going to do it, and give us the date and time. Thank you.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. And on that note, until later in this week when we come back with 90 Day Fiancé, please remember that we've got nothing but love for you and peace out.
Bye.
My eyes.